What are honors colleges and what are some of the pros and cons of going to one? First, what are honors colleges? So you have public universities who are really trying to attract a better caliber of student every year, because normally public universities lose some of the best and brightest students in their state to the Ivy Leagues and other private schools. They want to go to Villanova and Emory and University of Chicago and Rice. And so what these public universities have decided to do was create separate honors colleges within their university, or sometimes just honors programs at their university, where they invite the best and the brightest to kind of form this exclusive cohort. And the idea is to kind of create this small liberal arts experience within a larger university. And they do this by giving these students the best of everything. They basically make them VIP students on campus. They give them the keys to the castle, and they do all of this to lure them to their school and to give them a first-rate education. So what are some of the perks that you get? If you're accepted into an honors college, you generally start out getting a scholarship. This is free money, and it can be as small as $1,000 a year, like at UIUC. It could be as much as $25,000 a year, like at Northeastern, which is actually a private university that has an honors college. Or it can be as much as a full ride tuition. So at CUNY's Macaulay College, which is the City University of New York, if you get into the honors college, they pay your tuition all 4 years, so you graduate debt-free. The second thing you get is you get special honors classes, and these are good for a variety of reasons. One, they're really small seminars. So instead of having to take large 300-person lectures, you get like a 15 or a 20-person seminar, which is much better for discussion and debate and just having a more interesting class overall. And these courses are usually taught by the best professors on campus. The professors that everyone wants to take, the professors that are leaders in their field, maybe they're Nobel Prize winners. Normally it's really difficult to get into their classes, but these honors programs invite these teachers, the best of the best, to teach honors students. So you get, not only are you in a class with the best students, but you're being taught by the best professors in this really small seminar type of class. You also get priority registration. And this is really important at big schools. It can be really difficult to get the classes you want and sometimes to graduate on time. As an honor student, you're almost always given priority registration, which means that you get to sign up for all your classes about a week before everyone else on campus. Another perk that you get is you get exclusive access to research opportunities and key internships. As you probably know, when you're in college, you need to boost your resume as much as possible by doing research and by doing internships in your field. And these can be extremely difficult to get. They're very competitive. And the more students at your university, the harder they are for you to get. But as an honor student, you're kind of put in the front of the line. And you already know your professors because you're in small classes with them. And then on top of that, they invite you to do research with them. Or they invite major businesses in the area to come in and meet the best and brightest students in the honors program and say, these are the students that you want for internships. So when it comes to getting all these key educational experiences outside of class, you're first in line, and that can make a huge difference for your education. Another thing you typically get is you get to live in the best dorms on campus. A lot of these programs reserve the best dorms in the middle of campus for their honor students. And these are kind of like, they call them living learning communities. So it's not just that you're in a dorm with other honor students. It's actually like this small, tight-knit community that you get to be a part of. And sometimes you have classrooms in the building, you have study space in the building, sometimes you have your own dining hall in the building. And it's really like you get this special place which is your own. And of course you can do everything else you want on campus. You can take other courses, you can have friends outside of the honors program. You're still a part of the larger university, but you can always come home to this really small, supportive, tight-knit community. And that can be really valuable. What are some of the cons of honors programs? Well, there really aren't many cons, but I'll tell you two things that you need to be aware of. The first thing you need to know is that these programs are not as prestigious as a lot of schools make them out to be. On campus, they may be prestigious, but once you go out into the real world and you apply to graduate schools or you apply to get a job, it won't necessarily carry a lot of weight because people won't exactly know what this program was or what makes it distinct. So just having it on your resume and having that designation on your diploma is probably not going to move the needle for you. But where these programs could really help you is that one of the most important things you need to do when you're in college to be competitive is you need to boost your resume. You need to supplement your class study with really interesting research and also key internships in the field you want to go into. Those are the things that are going to make you a really high quality applicant when you're looking to go to grad school or you're looking to apply to jobs. And normally for most students, these things are very difficult to do. As I mentioned before, it's hard to get good research positions. It's hard to get the internships you want. But as an honors student, you are kind of primed. You're set up for success to do those things because the school wants you to succeed. You know, they're counting on you as some of the best and the brightest to fully take advantage of those opportunities. And also, like when you apply to graduate school, you need to have glowing teacher recommendations. That could be very difficult if you're not part of an honors program because you're usually part of larger classes for much of your undergraduate years, and it can be difficult to get to know those teachers. But if you're in small seminars, the professors get to know you really well. So just having an honors program on your resume is not enough to help you in your career. But the opportunities you get by taking advantage of an honors program can definitely help you in your career. And the other potential con you should know about is that in the honors programs, you can be expected to work a little bit harder than other students at your university. Sometimes you have an entirely different curriculum that you have to complete, and then sometimes you just take special classes. But either way, they can be more rigorous, there can be more work involved. Frequently you have to complete a senior thesis or a senior capstone project. These programs expect a little bit more of you. I wouldn't say that they're dramatically harder than what the other students are doing at the college, but they're probably a little bit harder, and sometimes their courses are a little bit accelerated. So just know that you'll probably have to work a bit more and a little bit harder. In summary, I would say that if you're looking to get a first-rate education, but you want to save a lot of money by going to a state school, maybe in your own state, and you want to take advantage of all that extra scholarship money, then you should definitely look into these honors programs. You get this kind of small, personalized, private liberal arts education within the construct of a larger public university. I hope this helps. I'll put my contact information in the video description. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.